Well, the Bills' magical season comes to an end here at Arrowhead Stadium. 38-24 was the final. Travis Kelce had a monster game for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City headed back to the Super Bowl, where they will look to defend their championship. Welcome to Buffalo Post Game Live alongside Thad Brown. I'm Josh Reed. Once again, the Bills' season comes to an end here in the AFC Championship game, 38-24. Things looked really good early on, Thad. They jump out to a 9-0 lead. Kansas City had the ball once in the first quarter. They had to punt, and then after that, they put the pedal to the metal. It was touchdown, 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 field goal, touchdown, touchdown. End of game.
I think when this game starts to move away from Bills fans and they can digest it a little bit, I don't think it'll hurt as much as I'm sure it does right now, because you know what? The Chiefs are just flat out better, and maybe a lot better. And this is not to knock the Bills at all. The Bills, I think, might still be clearly the second best team in the AFC. But this Chiefs team tonight flipped a switch after getting down 9-0, and I don't know if there's anybody in the NFL that could keep up. The Bills had their issues tonight. We're going to go through a lot of them. But bottom line, the Bills just weren't ready for this stage. Maybe they weren't ready to take on this particular team. This Chiefs team is certainly showing all the signs of an NFL dynasty.
Yeah, the Bills are still growing into that role, if you will. Look, huge strides made this season, right? 13-3 in the regular season. They win a couple of playoff games. They get here on the big stage, but the big stage, the stars shined for the Chiefs in this one.
Yeah, Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill had nearly 300 yards receiving by themselves. They scored 2 touchdowns combined. Tyreek Hill didn't find the end zone, but that 70-yard catch he had in the second half certainly felt like a touchdown by itself. And you compare that to the Bills stars, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. They were really not factors for this game for the most part. Diggs ended up with 6 catches for 77 yards, but a lot of that was in garbage time. The Chiefs really covered him. Single coverage a lot of the night and almost erased him. You cannot have that in a game like this, and especially against a team like the Chiefs. We told you before the game the Chiefs were going to score. Maybe not 38 points, but that's not a surprise. The fact the Bills' offense couldn't keep up, that I think is the bigger disappointment tonight.
I agree, and this is kind of what happened in Week 6, right? The Bills' offense really couldn't get going, and we've seen them. They've been high-powered, lots of fireworks, right, all season long. To me, as you mentioned, the big shock was Stephon Diggs has looked unguardable all season long, and tonight he couldn't get open. How about the kudos to the Chiefs defensive line, because they were able to get a ton of pressure on Josh Allen.
Steve Spagnuolo did a fantastic job. Whether it was blitzing or coming with 4, they changed up the pressures all night long. First half, the blitzes were sporadic, occasional, and you saw a couple big sacks, a couple big opportunities for a sack against the Bills. In the second half, the Chiefs came out firing. They blitzed almost every snap on that first possession. Then once the lead kind of got big, they backed off a little bit. But look, this is a really good, a really well-coached Chiefs team. Not to say the Bills aren't well coached, but sometimes the other guys have good coaches too. All you can do is tip their cap, and I think Steve Spagnuolo really outcoached Brian Daboll and the Bills in general tonight.
You know, off the air, you and I chat a little bit in between all of our pregame coverage and heading into the stadium, and we talked about the narrative of the path almost seemed too clean for the Bills to get to the Super Bowl this year and maybe win it, because usually when teams win it, they have to clear that big hurdle first. Usually teams get punched in the nose once and then have to come back in order to get to the Super Bowl. And it just seemed like maybe the Bills hadn't gotten that yet.
You know, even go back to Michael Jordan, maybe one of the greatest athletes of all time. His Bulls had to figure out how to get past the Pistons, and it took a couple years. I do buy into 100% the idea that you have to learn how to win on this stage, that you need experience about what it's like, how to deal with it when you are one of the last 3 games to play. And the Bills today, boy, do they get an education from this Chiefs team who knows exactly how to win on this stage. Will the Bills be back next year? Who knows? But I do think they will be better for this experience.
Yeah, you know, I 100% agree. Look, all we heard about, you know, in the off season and then as the season started was Josh Allen was asked a lot about the loss to the Texans last year in the playoffs, and he said, look, that stuck with me. Even heading into this postseason, he said, look, I've not forgotten that. That has stuck with me all year. You know what this is going to do? This is going to stick with him too. He's going to remember this experience, and then you hope that he bounces back and next year they clear that hurdle.
Let's look at the Josh Allen progression. Year 1, 6 wins, no playoffs. Year 2, 11 wins, playoff game, had good moments, didn't get the win. Year 3, 13 wins, 2 playoff wins, got to an AFC championship. You can't ask much more from a young quarterback. He's definitely going like this. Now, to be fair, you know, the games get smaller and they get harder to reach when you get to this level. But through 3 years, and we'll talk about this too, this season is still a colossal success for the Bills. I don't care what happened in this game tonight in the stadium behind us. Everything the Bills wanted out of the season, short of a championship, they got. And that includes their quarterback. And that is what the Bills have to build on going forward. But for now, like I said, Josh Allen, he got educated tonight.
Yes, he did. Hey, we hear the fireworks going off, and obviously the fans are coming out, slowly trickling out of the stadium, honking their horns and everything. They're loud now, and we had a chance to talk to our sports photographer, Scott Swenson, because he's down in the bowl. Now, keep in mind, when we watch the game, we're up in the press box, and the press box in there is 1 seat below heaven. I mean, we are way up in the sky, so it's kind of hard to judge how loud the crowd was. He said it was really, really loud, and he said he thinks it impacted the Bills' offense a little bit.
Yeah, and certainly it seemed like the Bills had some difficulty early in the game. The other thing about this game, boy, the first quarter and a half or so, it felt like a chess match inside a chess match going on at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs were moving around. The Bills were adjusting. You know that all the noise had to hurt the Bills. And let's keep this in mind, too. As much as we talk about how much Josh Allen has grown and has gotten better, he's still a quarterback in his 3rd year. This is not Tom Brady or Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers, who's seen every blitz, every defense in the book, and knows how to react. He's a little guy that has to figure out what he's seeing and kind of be able to dissect it, understand where to go. You go up against a coach like Steve Spagnuolo and a team in the Chiefs who's been there and done that before. That's a hard ask for a quarterback on the road dealing with noise in year number 3. He will get better going forward.
Hey, how about the idea that we've already talked about how the Chiefs' defensive line was able to get pressure on Josh Allen. The Bills needed to find a way to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. They didn't, and when they did, they didn't finish the job. Mahomes would escape and then hit a big play.
We talked about that, too. Patrick Mahomes is just as elusive as Josh Allen. You saw that second quarter. He got away, I think, from A.J. Epinesa on back-to-back plays for 50 yards and completions. But I was disappointed in the Bills' game plan. I kind of wanted to see them stay with who they were, attack, go after Patrick Mahomes. But they really kind of hung back, tried to get pressure with their front four. It has not been their forte during the year. Now, to be fair, when they did blitz, Patrick Mahomes took that apart, too. He might just be that kind of guy. But I thought this Bills defense kind of went away from who they were, maybe tried to outthink themselves a little bit. Certainly, it did not work.
Well, and they were so effective in the red zone. The Chiefs, 5 for 5 in this one. 3 passing touchdowns, a couple of rushing touchdowns. They really turned the Bills defense inside out. They cashed in. Look, the Bills offense 2 for 4 inside the red zone. You gotta cash in with touchdowns against that Chiefs offense.
And really 2 for 5. Remember the interception, the red zone pick. So 2 field goals plus an interception. That to me was the bigger red zone story and the bigger red zone disappointment for the Bills. This Chiefs team dead last in the NFL in allowing red zone touchdowns. They had allowed touchdowns in the red zone at a higher rate than 3 out of 4 times. The Bills, but let's throw out the garbage time touchdown, 1 out of 4. You cannot kick field goals against this team and win. We'll get into the decision making with Sean McDermott, whether or not it was the right idea to kick those field goals a little later on. But whether you like the call or not, the fact the Bills could not score touchdowns in the red zone was a big reason why this game got out of hand early.
Yeah, offensively, I know they jumped out to the 9-0 lead and kind of tried to hold on there. As Micah Hyde said, you know, they couldn't stop the bleeding at one point. You know, as we mentioned, you know, they punt there to start the game in the first quarter, and then it was 3 touchdowns, a field goal, and 2 more touchdowns. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up on Buffalo Post Game Live, we're going to hear from inside the Bills locker room. Stick around. We'll be right back.